And so with that, you can get the audio, so I don't want to do too much of past because we have so much content to cover. But for next Saturday and next Sunday, I'm going to lean really heavily into the emotional body and learning how to work with unhelpful belief patterns, unhelpful thoughts, addictive, obsessive, rejective thinking. And so when we get into that next week of emotional body and mental body, I'll leave that there, okay? So we're going to lean heavily into practice today. It's going to be presence-based and witness-based. As we go, keep the questions coming, and I'm happy to see you all. I'm so happy to be with you all. Gabby, nice to see you in the corner there. Okay, so please sit comfortably. And as I mentioned yesterday, you want a lot of support, okay? Mish, love you, sister. The support can be on your back, underneath your knees. Thank you, Shani. Okay, I'm recording. I appreciate that because I will forget, so do that all the time. And for those of you who feel like you carry a lot of tension in shoulders and jaw, for the sake of this training, I'm going to really recommend you to be more supported, more leaned back, because chances are you're grounding in your heart and your emotions more than your power and your pelvis. Your pelvis is your weight-bearing structure. And so when people ground their energy in their heart, it tends to really tighten the jaw and tighten their breath. So if you happen to carry your weight upwards, go more low back support, more chair, more knees, so that the majority of you really feels that you're not the one propping and holding yourself up, okay? So prepare your comfortable seat. All your questions I'll get to in good time. Close your eyes and fix and fidget yourself into relative comfort. And so when I add on cues to give them context, it's not so that you take what I say, it's that you run it through whether it has relevancy for you and whether you also feel it to be true. And so when you get yourself into relative comfort, it's so that you know first and foremost you're safe and you're supported in the space that you're in. I'll talk about the profundity of safety for the nervous system at an evolutionary and even developmental level. But just the subtlest thing of feeling warm and ungripped starts to even set the stage for you to have a new experience, a now experience. And then also to recall that these first precious moments of just even the soft way you move the hair off your face, or the way you soften the constant mask of a pretend smile, it's to tell the body, this perfect, amazing technology of the body, that you really do care for its comfort, but this practice isn't here to tend to your comfort. It's here to tend to your truth. So now once you're still, make the strong commitment to yourself that for the remainder of this sit, you will stay voluntarily still unless your sensation becomes pain or your sensation becomes obsession. So to the best of your ability, you will sit voluntarily still and simply be with whatever arises regardless of its nature. Similarly to each practice I do or teach, then this first minute, especially if you are an experienced practitioner, don't do anything. Don't reach for a technique. Don't deepen your breath. Don't quiet your mind. With an unconditional willingness and a level of intimacy and vulnerability, simply sit with you as you are, neither fixing, changing, or imposing on any part of your current reality. You come as you are. takes a level of mastery. So be very subtle. To observe something without desiring to change it, level of mastery. So keep that in your mind's eye as you bring attention to your breath without the desire to change or deepen it. Watch it the way you would feel wind on your skin, the skin not trying to change the wind. And keep your eyes closed and your mouth closed for the duration of the practice, yet locate yourself in space by listening to all of the ambient sound, both my voice and my background, as well as the sounds of your room. Locate yourself in this here and now by way of the sounds that are arising and falling. Locate yourself in the here and now by way of temperature on your exposed skin, the weight of clothing on your unexposed skin, that odd ability to even sense how far away the walls and the ceiling are, even though you aren't using your outer eye. Feel for your heartbeat and the breath you're currently on. And now for the next 2 minutes on your own, the breath you're currently on, or any sensation that you can feel, pick up upon, they're going to constantly drive you back into the moment you're actually in. Watch, the mind will quite remarkably pull you out, past and future. Almost like you're just geolocating yourself. Sound, touch, breath, heartbeat, weight, weightless. Now drive all of the sensation that arises and pretty much locate it entirely around the breath. The inhale that is slightly cool at the nostrils and expands you into your clothing. The exhale that's a little warmer at the nostrils and softens you to the midline. And treat your breath as nature, like wind. You feel it without attempting to change it. This inner breeze. As the slightest fraction of your inner intelligence brings on this notion of being with what is, non-judgmental awareness. Suspend and increase the space between stimulus and reaction or opinion. So sensation can simply be that, pure information. By the time you formulated an opinion, it's already changed. It needs none of it. So I'm going to leave us to sit in silence for a little while. The cues or the sensation of your passing breath will interrupt your mind and always locate you back in the now. And with a beginner's mind, a curious mind, it starts to see how pointless a quick opinion is on something that's already passed. You sit in an ever-deepening state of meeting whatever arises, letting it exist, and watching it already change and pass. Relax and get out of the way. Notice the thought you're on. Your breath is always right there. Where have you gone? Notice how you return. And now ever so gently deepen your breath into your belly. Let it fill up into your chest, breast, and lung. And without any sense of holding, let it simply fall from your body, tumble out of you. In the intimacy and the vulnerability of your own inner seat, your inner landscape. Set the state, the intention, or the prayer from what inside of you you'd like to be brought forth. Infinite resources inside of you, what you'd like to have brought forth in our time together today. If you don't know, then bring forth the ability to be okay with not knowing. Please deepen your breath. Open your mouth, let out a little sigh.